Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to make a little bookmark for myself out of some leftover watercolor paper that I had that I cut off from a painting that I just finished recently. And I don't know if you can see this little cat queen that I sketched on. Here it is. Let me see if I'm in frame. I'm gonna outline it with some watercolor pencil, I think, before I paint it. But yeah, so hang out with me while I do this, you guys, because that is what I do on my channel. So I have my paints out. I think I'm going to use, so I'm gonna, these are like really old Prismacolor, here's the top to it, Prismacolor watercolor pencils that I got. They were gifted to me by a friend of mine. Her husband, I don't know how he had them. I think he was working somewhere where they sold them, and they were gonna throw them out. So he was, I don't know, he was lucky enough to score them for free, and he never even used them, so he gave them to me. So this is the color olive green, and it needs to be sharpened, but it's okay. But I want to outline this is like I don't know, this is like a cat, obviously. I was really, like, you know, had this weird idea when I was doodling in my doodle video. If you saw that, that was a few days ago that I posted that, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun doodling those cats, and I've started reading again recently, and I've always read, but there's like this cute tiny little library, or tiny free library, or something like that. What are those things called? If you've got them, if you got one in your neighborhood, or you know, something like that. I don't know if it's tiny free library or free tiny library. I don't know. Free little library, little free library. However it goes, it's a free little library. And if you've never seen one before, I mean, they're all over by now. But if you've never seen one before, they're cute. They look like this birdhouse, and people fill them full of books. And you know, you can just, you know, take one, leave one, you know, you're free to keep it or not keep it. But I love the one that's near my house. It's just so adorable. So I've started, you know, kind of visiting the free little library, and so I guess that is, I don't know, like, that doesn't look, that looks funny, but that's good enough. I don't know, I'll fix that. But basically, like, that is that's the shape that I'm going with here. And then I put a little crown, but I will add that. Well, I'll put that now, that way you can see it. And you know, if you want to, you know, use this idea, use the you know, if you want to get a screenshot of the outline and like make one for yourself, please feel free to, you know, to do so. And you're free to do anything that I do on my channel. You're free to, you know, take that idea, use it, copy it, make it your own, do whatever you want to do. So there's the crown, and I don't know if you can see the face in there, but I don't want to do anything to the face right now, just because it's so small that I'm afraid, you know, the details will get lost. I don't know, I'm afraid the details will get lost. So I'm just using these 3 brushes. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3 of them, but I'll probably mainly use these 2. So this is a number 6 round low Cornell. It's a decent brush. I like it. I've had it for a few years. And then this one is kind of new. It's a number 12 long brush Princeton Velvet Touch, which I think I really like this. I've been using this for a couple weeks now. I really like that brush. So anyway, And then this flat brush, half inch flat brush that came with my beginner set that I got a few years ago, just for getting in like large spaces. So I just want to get in a little background. So far I'm just gonna be using watercolor and watercolor pencil. Maybe not even watercolor pencil. I just wanted to pencil that in so that it could be seen on camera, just in case you were interested to see it. And like I said, this is my own sketch that I did myself, so you're free to use it, you know, to create works of your own. Of course, if you you know, if you have a channel and you want to, you know, do it, like, you know, please you know, give me credit for it. But even then, it's like, I don't really care. This is a community, not a competition. And I just feel like, you know, being part of a community is sharing. And so I'm totally happy to share, you know, this with you guys. So I want the background to be blue-ish, but I want it to look like it's not, it's like kind of nighttime. Gosh, I should have been prepared, but I wasn't prepared. So I'm gonna use this paint. It's a Daniel Smith paint that I got at an estate sale a long time ago, and it's called Lapis Lazuli, and it may be really too old, to be honest. But I don't know, I like it and I want to use it, so I'm gonna. And I don't know if I can even reactivate it. I mean, that's how old it is, but I'm gonna try. I feel like it's gotten away, like I don't know if you can see, like the consistency. I feel like the gum arabic, it's probably like separated. But I don't know. I like this color because it's kind of like a denim-y kind of color, you know? I don't know. I like it. And it's like blue, but it's not too blue. So I just want it, I don't know, I want it to look like it's nighttime because I'm gonna draw in a moon before it's all done. But I just wanted to get like an easy, quick little background in. And this is like the genuine, you know, the genuine mineral, which in my experience, I don't have a whole lot of experience with Daniel Smith paints, but the Primatex, I think that's what they're called, the Primatex, the ones that they make with the pure minerals, they're very difficult to re-wet. I should probably put either some glycerin or some honey or something in it, but I don't really use this one that often. In fact, this may even just be like the third or fourth time that I've ever even used it. So, but I like what I see happening. Is add a little bit of phthalo blue. I don't know, that's just gonna kind of brighten it up in some spots, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna kind of make the paint that I just used look a little bit more gray. I just want a little bit of I don't know, variance, I guess, in the colors. But yeah, okay, so I like what I'm seeing so far. And I've got her sitting on, I don't know if you can see, I've got her sitting on this little cube. So I want to, let me just mop up some of that color though, some of that. And I taped it down onto my, this is just my watercolor sketchbook, and I taped it down just because I knew I was going to be using a lot of water. This is Strathmore, I think 400 series paper that I got at Michael's, and I think it handles pretty well, but if I'm going to be using a lot of water, I always tape my paintings down, because that keeps it from, well, it keeps it from buckling too much, but of course it always buckles. So I'm going to take, so this was Phthalo Blue and Lapis Lazuli. I'm going to take some Rose of Ultramarine. That's a new paint for me. And I want to paint the cube that I've got her sitting on. And I'm just doing it, I'm just doing it roughly. Like I've said a million times, I am not here to tell you guys how to do anything, because I don't really know what I'm doing half the time. But I just, I like to show you, how I do it. And that's how I'm doing it right now. So I'm just painting in the little cube that she's sitting on. I'm not worrying about making anything look realistic or 3D. I mean, she's a green, lion, panther, cat. She's a green cat wearing a crown. There is nothing, realistic about that. So yeah. So I'm gonna blast that with my heat tool, and then I'll be right back. We are dry, and I am ready to work on my little cat friend here. So I'm gonna wet the area that I'm gonna work on, because I want the water to flow. I mean the color, when I put it in, to flow. Wet on wet is my favorite way to paint, because it's just, I don't know, it just looks like magic to me. And I don't know if you can see how the the water's already activated the watercolor pencil. I've got my Jane Davenport aqua pastels too to use. I don't know, I just got them out just in case. I don't know if I'm going to be using them, but just in case. So I'm going to take, this is a sap green. It's one of my new paints. It's by Van Gogh, and it's actually a student grade brand. But I like them a lot. I've only have a few tubes of that brand, but I really like them. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I know this is weird. So we're doing a weird looking green cat, and I'm gonna grab some yellow too. The yellow that I'm gonna grab is, this is my new paint, Daniel Smith Hansa Yellow Light, which I've never had before. I think it's very similar. I mean, if I'm correct, I don't know. I gotta check on the pigments. I'm just now learning about, pigments. I think it is the same pigment as lemon yellow. So yeah, I just want to put in some yellow and green. Just go with me here, you guys. I'm hopefully gonna get somewhere with this, somewhere nice with this. But for some reason, I just really wanted to make myself a bookmark with a little watercolor painting of a green cat. So yeah. So, and that's my dog barking. So yeah, I'm going to, another reason why I tape it down to my watercolor sketchbook is so that I can, I want this to be wet on wet too, so that I can move it around, and that will make, just make it easier for me to paint. I hope you guys like videos like this where, you know, I know I'm not doing a junk journal video, but I really wanted to paint today. I've been having a lot of fun painting, so I just want to, I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I just want to add a little bit more of this green. And, yeah. Add some more yellow in some places. And, I think for the face, I'm not going to do wet on wet. I want a little bit of control because I'm going to want to paint in her facial features. So this is my first time actually, like, painting a cat, kind of. Well, I mean, I did some the other day with you guys on my doodle video, and actually that was the inspiration that I got. I mean, that gave me the idea to do this. I don't know. It's weird because I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I do love cats just as much as dogs. If it wasn't for the fact that I had 2 Jack Russells, I said I was gonna do I was gonna dry brush that, but I just feel like to make it work, like to make it, I hate the word cohesive, but to make it cohesive, I need to, I really need to use the same, I don't know, wet on wet that I did with the rest of her. So that's what I'm gonna do. And because I do want to give her some rosy cheeks, so I'm kind of leaving that area kind of not blank, but light. And yeah. So I'm liking what I see so far. So I'm just gonna go over where it's looking like there's some white spots, and add paint where I feel like I need it. Oh, I kind of contaminated my yellow. I got green in my yellow on my palette, but that's okay. But I just want to add, I have such a hard time controlling my water, you guys. A lot of time, like, see this, I forget to, you know, wipe that off, or there's water in the, you know, in the thick part of my brush, and I end up having way more water than I want, and then I need to like go over and like redo things. But for this, this is okay, because this is, you know, something that is supposed to be playful. So okay, so while she's drying, I do want to work on, the background. So I am going to get out my Jane Davenport Aqua Pastels, and this one that I just grabbed, it's Van Gogh, called Van Gogh, but I feel like it's more of a either like an ultramarine or a phthalo blue. So I'm just drawing in just a basic moon shape. That's all I'm gonna do, really. I think, well, I just wanted to draw in a moon shape, and actually maybe kind of darken it up a little bit. I try not to use too many different colors when I'm painting, because I feel like I don't know, it looks better. I find the less colors you use, the better a piece is gonna look in a watercolor. But you know, whatever. You know, if you're somebody who likes to use every single color that you have, then, you know, damn it, use every single color you have. You know. So I'm just gonna activate some of this color. So I really want it to sparkle. So I really need to get some, what is that stuff called? The P.H. Martin's bleed proof white. But I just, like, I haven't. I probably could have used, I probably could have used, just used my Posca pen, but I don't know. I feel like I don't have that much control when I'm using a pen than when I'm using paint, which is odd, right? It should be like if you're using a pen, then you have a little bit more control because it doesn't flow, you know? But, I mean, it's a paint pen. It's not like a ballpoint pen, right? Anyway, so, what I'm getting at is what I wanted to know from you guys. So while I was thinking about doing this bookmark for myself, and I'm painting this for myself because I don't have any bookmarks, and I've been using, you know, just random bits of paper and stuff like that for bookmarks, which is fine. But since I have been reading a lot more lately, I just wanted to do something, you know, cute for myself and make myself a little bookmark. But it got me thinking about what my favorite books are, and I wanted to ask you guys what your favorite books were. If you read, what's the last book you read? Right now I'm reading this book called The Husband's Secret, which is by, I think her name is Elaine Moriarty, and I think she wrote the same book that HBO series called Little Big Lies or Big Little Lies. I think she wrote that book, if I'm correct. And so obviously it's about, a secret that a woman who's been married for about as long as I have. My anniversary was yesterday, you guys. I'll tell you about that in a second. But a woman who's been married and has children and built an entire life with her husband, she finds out this really awful secret that he's been keeping. And I'm kind of in the middle of it. So I won't spoil it for you, just in case you want to pick that up and read it. But just reading it kind of got me thinking, like, what are your favorite books? Like, what have you been reading lately? I'm interested to know. I can't really say that I have a favorite book, I really don't have one. I just sort of, read what I read. But, okay, so now that I see this, I don't like the harsh lines that are happening there, so I'm just gonna kind of dull that out, kind of. Yeah, and maybe add a little bit more of this lapis lazuli. And it's not a good idea to, like, if you're going to be painting with, I'm sure I don't need to tell you, I'm sure you already know, but if you're painting with both acrylic and watercolor in a piece, then you're going to want to use different brushes and, of course, different water. You do not want to mix the two in a brush. So, I've read, just in the past, year, I've read a few of the Outlander books. I think I've read up to the third one, and then I kind of needed a break. And I started reading it because of the show. I had never heard I had never heard of those books before. And it's really good. If you've seen the show, it's really good. I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody's seen it. I was, you know, I'm always the last one to the party. Okay, so this part is dry enough to work on. So I'm going to mix a little bit of my sap green with some blue to make it darker. I probably should use phthalo since I've been using phthalo, but I don't want to. I'm going to use ultramarine. So I want my green to be darker. I don't know why, just to I don't know, I just want to, I don't know what I'm doing. I keep saying I don't know what I'm doing, but it's the truth. I do not know what I'm doing. I just know that it makes me happy, and so I'm gonna continue to do it. So there we go. I just want to define her a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a little shadow underneath her chinny chin here. Before I don't know, just before I put in like any like detail, I kind of want to kind of add in some darks. Sometimes by putting in the darks ahead of time, it kind of, I don't know, it just helps guide me a little bit. So let's put some, I don't know, just, it'll give her a little bit of definition. I'm still learning about, you know, where to put shadows, how to foreshorten, I think that's what it's called. You know, I'm not a trained artist, as you guys have probably figured out by now. It's not that hard to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just, I don't know, I'm just defining, giving, you know, just adding another layer of color. Don't like to do too many layers, but I don't know, kind of adding a few more layers, and I'm still leaving her cheeks kind of blank because I want to give her a little bit of blush. But I do want to just define her shape a little bit more. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. What do you think? What do you think of this piece? Do you like it? Do you like it? If you don't like it, say you don't like it. It's okay. It's not gonna hurt my feelings because I'm making this for me anyway. I'm not making it for you. I'm making it for me. So I don't care if you don't like it. So I'm gonna kind of let that dry, and then while that's drying, I just want to just add another layer of green and yellow on her body. I really love this sap green. I may like it more than any professional grade sap green that I have, to be, you know, honest. I love how vibrant it is. I've been doing a lot of Luna moth paintings, and this has just been the perfect color for Luna moth paintings, I find. So yeah. Oh, what did you guys think of my last video, the pick a stick video? Do you guys like that kind of stuff? I don't know. I struggled with that. I struggled with that a lot. So yeah. I really like what I see happening. I want to put some more. Okay. So I feel like I just need to add a little bit more green, and I'm good to go, or she'll be good to go. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm just using like just water, like just plain water, clean water, to just kind of remove some of the paint that's here, and also it's kind of getting rid of these harsh lines. I don't know if they're showing up on camera, some of the harsh lines that I have from the bloom that I had created here by accident, because I have so much trouble controlling my water. But yeah, I'm just using that to lift out some of the water. And okay, so while her face dry, I feel like the body, for her body, I feel good about what I see happening. So while she's drying, I'm just gonna work on the little box that she's sitting on. So I'm gonna take some more of the Rose of Ultramarine, and just kind of, because I have her sitting on a box, and I just want to make it look more like a box. So I think the best way to do that is just to kind of, yeah, there we go. There we go. So just kind of line it out, and then I will kind of define it a little bit better. I think what I want to do for that part of the box is to add ultramarine to make it look, I don't know, just to add a little bit of interest there. And yeah, gonna add a little bit of ultramarine. Hopefully it will not. There we go. That's the beauty of a flat brush, is when you want to get in like a tight space, or you want to, you know, make a line more straight, or just kind of like, I don't know, get like a teeny tiny bit. Okay, so I like what's happening so far. I'm really happy with the way things are going so far. I feel like I'm gonna take a little bit of, I think this is quinacridone rose. I will put a list of all of the colors that I use if you know, if you're interested. I will put them all in the description box, but I don't know. I know I could just leave her cheeks alone, but I don't know. I want her to be like, I just wanted her to be very like playful and whimsical, and I don't know. I wanted her to have like rosy cheeks. So I'm giving her, and you know, red and green are complementary colors, and I knew that if I used really rosy color for her cheeks that that it would be cute. And look at it, it's cute. It's cute. What's not cute about that? You know, what's not to love about that? And then I'm going to water down the same color that I just used for her cheeks to paint in her nose, because I want her to have like a little pink nose. Just a little pink nose. And I'm gonna add a little bit of pink in her ears too. Right? Yeah, like that. So yeah, like I said, I may have already asked this like 50,000 times, but if you do read, or if you like to read, leave me a comment below what you're reading right now, and if you like it, and you know, or what your favorite, you know, what your favorite book is. I don't really have a favorite book. If you would have asked me a few years ago, I would have told you it was The Mists of Avalon. I really love that book. But I can't say what I think. I really can't say now. I don't know. I really don't know. So I don't know what color I want her eyes to be. But I know that I really want to outline her face, or not her face, her eyes. And I want them to be dark. So I think, so I'm just mixing up a gray, and my favorite gray to mix up is a mixture of ultramarine blue, and this is burnt sienna. I also use Payne's gray a lot, so that's like a pre-mix from a tube that's got black in it. I think it's like black and a violet or something. I would have to check the pigments. I'm just now learning about pigments. So that's just, yeah, there you go. So that's like a perfect gray color. But I want to test it out. Where is my, yeah, I'm gonna use a scrap. Yeah, okay, so that's perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue. A little bit more blue, because I want it to be like super dark. Okay. So hopefully, guys, let me dab this. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm doing. I'm just going to grab the color, because I want it like right on the tip. Most of the color on the tip. And I'm not used to painting like this detailed. So I'm hoping that it will come out okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Maybe I should be quiet. Maybe like yeah, let me be quiet, because I don't know, can I touch that? Yeah, I can. So, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, okay, and since she's a cat, I want to give her some cat eyes, so there we go. I feel like I want the top part of her eye to be thicker. Oops. I may have bit off more than I could chew by thinking I could paint that in, but that is so cute. That is so cute. And I'm definitely going to clean that part up of her face. So yeah, and like when I'm doing eyes, I really don't need them to be symmetrical. Like, what did somebody say once that really like, so I'm gonna take some more, like whatever's left of my this gray color, and just darken up I'm just gonna darken some of this up, some of the places that I want dark. So yeah. But when it comes to like making eyes and like eyebrows, I heard somebody say once, it was a makeup artist actually, she said they're sisters, not twins. So don't worry about, you know, getting them looking identical, because, you know, and nature's not identical anyway, or symmetrical anyway. I mean, that's the beauty of nature. It's perfectly imperfect. So I'm just, I don't know, I'm just taking my flat brush and just kind of brushing that part out. Just that bottom part. I do like that. I do want to kind of define her beautiful little face here. Bring down this color a little bit. I want to just define her mouth a little bit. And before I put in the, you know, the dots, I'm going to clean that up in a second, but I just want to take the rest of my gray that I've got on my brush and just kind of like, I don't know, just add it a little bit. I feel like these little details, I normally don't like teeny tiny little details, but I do feel like for this, these little details are only going to add to it. So I do think I want to add a little bit of that down here just to define my little box that she's sitting on. And maybe even here, make it more of like a shadow. Yeah, I do like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay. I like what I see happening here. Okay, so here's where we are so far. And I do want to, I don't like what I see happening here on her face. I don't know why it's bothering me, but it just is. So I'm just gonna kind of fix it with a little bit of sap green and yellow, just to like soften it up. I don't know why I do want to do that, but I just do. You know. I don't think anything that I do is going to be wrong at this point, because I am really happy with what I see going on here. I'm very happy with what I see going on here. Although I do wish that I had made her nose a little bit bigger, but that's okay. She can have a little nose. She's allowed to have a little nose. So, okay, I'm just gonna soften up some lines that I see that I don't like. And while that's drying, I'm gonna work on the crown. I think I'm going to have, this is a new gamboge, I think, the color that I'm going to be using. But I'm going to go over it anyway with gold, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, this is gamboge, or new gamboge, or gamboge, I don't know. But yeah. I'm just gonna paint it in roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to work a little bit more on the background before I finish, but I'm super happy with the way this is going so far. My cute little kitty. She's the queen of cats. I really should, like I said, I'm more of a dog person. You know, I've got 2 dogs. I've always, you know, grew up around dogs, love dogs, have dogs. Never had a cat. My grandma always had cats, so I do love cats. My sister's got cats. But I've never had a cat before. But I find they're a little bit easier to draw. To me, at least. So what color should I make her eyes, you guys? Should I give her gold eyes? Should I? Should I? I don't know. I think I should. Ooh, golds. This one's a Winsor Newton ink. And then this one is Daler Rowney acrylic ink. This one, I don't know, like I love, like this one, it's so beautiful, but it takes forever. It takes forever. Well, maybe it's worth it though. Huh. It just takes forever. Forever and ever and ever to get it, like, because it just sinks to the bottom, like all the, well, there we go. Okay, I'm doing it, okay. I'm just gonna use it. This is the one I like. This is the one I want to use, so that's the one I'm gonna, that's the one that is going to be her eyes. So I'm using this little teeny tiny, this may be the smallest brush that I have, and hopefully we'll get her eyes. So her eyes are gonna be gold. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is so pretty. I really love this ink. Really, really love it. I'm going to show you guys a close-up of it in a second. But I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it in there? Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's really like, I mean, I've been painting for a really long time, and I've never seen, well, not a really long time, you know, since I was a little kid, and I've never seen like a gold color like that vibrant in an ink before. And I love it. So I probably should paint her her crown. Like, well, what would happen if I would add some of that gold ink to this wet paint on her crown? Let's see, you know, there is no wrong way to go about this, right? Ooh, look at that. That is beautiful. That is just, oh, that is just gorgeous. Love it. Wow. On top of the yellow too, that gamboge color. It is just beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I did this. This is like the first time I've ever done anything kind of like this before, you know? So, okay, so while that is drying, I think what I want to do is just add in some more details and then do the background, and then I'm done, you guys. So I'm just taking some watered down quinacridone rose, like really watered down quinacridone rose, and it may have some of that ink left over on it. Hopefully that's not too dark, and I just want to just define her nose a little better, make it a little bit like less like a triangle, you know, and I don't know, add a little bit to the pink in her ears, and I think I'm ready to put in some whiskers. So I think I'm just gonna give her like whisker dots. That's less risky, right, you guys? That's less risky. So, yeah. I'm liking that. I'm gonna put in, I don't know if her eyes are dry enough for me to, let me see. Oh yeah, it's dry. So I'm gonna give her, oh, I probably should use a pen. But that's okay. That looks good, actually. That looks pretty cool. Ooh, that looks cool. Let me give her some eyelashes. Let's give her some mascara. She's a pretty girl. Okay. And I know for sure that I want to give her a heart. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So I want to, where is my liquid pearls paint? So I want to add a little bit of this pearlescent white on the moon here to make the moon really bright. And I know that I want to do just a little bit something better with the background. Maybe add some stars and I want it a little bit darker. Now that I see it, I want it a little bit darker, and then I can call it a day and be done and, you know, move on with my life. And yeah, but yeah, oh, that looks nice. So I don't know if you can see that, but I used this liquid pearls white opal just to give the I don't know, just give the moon a little bit more of a glow, because I don't know, I knew that I wanted it to be. And I'm probably going to outline it with some, like a pen, a black pen. I'm not sure. But yeah. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do actually is just add a little bit of blue, more blue, to this grayish blue color that I used, and then like water it down a lot and glaze over the background to make it darker. And that's also, I feel like that's also going to bring her forward a little bit, since she is so bright green. Yeah, that's doing it for me. That's making me happy. I don't know why I've got her on a cube. That's how I pictured her. I pictured her sitting on a cube, you know, passing judgment on the nighttime. And yeah. So I didn't need my Jane Davenport paint, aqua pastels after all. I think some watercolor and my gold ink was the way to go. I don't know if I have enough. I might not have enough, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll make some more. Let me make some more of this gray. I gotta work quickly because I don't want it to stain. So, okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. See, here is my water problem. I mean, you can see it right, you know, you can see it like where water pools. And it's because I'm in a hurry and I'm not paying attention to where my water is. You know, but that's okay. That's okay. This is just for me. This is my bookmark. It's so that I can, you know, stop using, I'm constantly like folding the pages, you know, when I need to take a break, and like that's, you know, that's okay if it's a book that belongs to me, but it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to that free little library. So, I don't want to put it back in there all, you know, with pages folded. So I think I should switch to a smaller brush. Okay, so I feel like really all I need to do, well, I need to kind of soften up these lines here, these little spaces, which really don't matter, but I do want to soften up the edges around, I don't know, I just want to soften it up, the lines around her. Yeah, okay. I think really all that I need to do is wait for this to dry and then finish up and, you know, put some stars and then I'm done. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry and then I'll be right back. I think to finish this off, really all I'm gonna do is take some of this like pearlescent paint, liquid pearls, dimensional pearlescent paint and white opal, and use it to paint in some little stars if I can get it out, like just fix the, where's that brush I was just using? Oh, okay, and then just fix the, and I'm just gonna put dots, like different, oh no, let's do some actual stars. Oh, I need a smaller brush, you guys. Let's use this brush. Yeah, let's use this one. So I'm just going to just put in some stars and then I'll be done. And I'm really only just, you know, putting in some little indications of stars. I'm really not trying to, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too detailed with this. Like, I mean, as you can tell, as you guys can tell. I wouldn't recommend using the same, you know, brush for, on acrylic paint, you know, that you use for watercolor. I mean, actually, I could recommend not. I would absolutely recommend not doing it, but, because I don't really use this brush anyway, I'm totally okay with, you know, with doing that. I just, you know, I'm in a hurry. I want this to be like a big star. Like, I want to add some water to this paint to make it more, I don't know. I don't want to water it down too much, but it's not, I don't know, it's not very, like it's too thick. And for the crown, all I'm gonna do is just add some little dots to make it look like jewels, and that's gonna be it. Let's put some dots down here. I feel like I should probably like outline it, huh? I'm thinking I should, but I won't do that. All right. I know, so the last thing I want to do is just outline a couple of things. So I'm going to take, where is my, I really want my Micron pen, but I'm going to use my Sharpie. This is just a Sharpie pen, and just, I know that I want to outline the crown. Just, you know, messy, very messy. Doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of want to outline her nose a little bit. And, you know, yeah, I think I just gave her a pig nose, but that's okay. I'm gonna, no, was it okay? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and just darken up a few little places that I want darker, like right under her face here. And I don't know, I want this side of this. I don't want to outline all of her, I just want some of her to be outlined. And I think I want to outline the moon. I really don't like Sharpies. I really don't. Now that I'm used to like my Micron one and like even like, you know, cheap ballpoint pens I feel like are better than the Sharpies that I've encountered in my days. But yeah, I am not liking that. I am not, where's my Micron? I can't find my Micron, so I'm gonna be brave and use this Posca pen, which, yeah, not bad. But now it's like, all I see is moon. I do not want to outline her. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. But I think what I do want to do is take, you know, the white and just kind of add a few more stars here and there. I don't know if you can hear the little feet going behind me. My dogs are like running back and forth from the back from the back window to this window in the front, because there's like all kinds of activity going on in my neighborhood. There's like construction going on. The lot behind my house was like empty for a long time, and you know, just full of bushes and trees, and you know, yeah, I don't know, I don't feel like I like the way that looks now. I'm not happy with how thick that outline of the moon is, so I think I'm just gonna, just to fix that, I'm gonna, oh god, of course, like this is, you know, it's stock. It's like, let's see if I can unstuck it. Okay, all right, let's see here, is that gonna, okay, there we go. So I'm really not happy with how that Posca pen looks. I'm just gonna go over it with this this paint that I've been using, and oop, I think I'm feeling done, you guys. So I'm going to take off my tape. Very carefully for the big reveal. And yeah. Oh no. Oh no, that tape, like, that was really sticky. That tore some of my paper, but that's okay. So here's my finished little piece. I'm probably, when this dries, what I'm probably gonna do is just glue this onto a piece of, you know, scrapbook paper to make it thicker. And yeah, so let me put my little, I'm gonna have to use this horrible Sharpie. So I'm gonna put my name on it, or my mark on it, and call it a day. So I hope you liked this. I hope you had fun hanging out with me while I made it. See, I gotta fidget again. I gotta fidget. Like, that's what I do, you guys, when, you know, when I'm trying to be finished with a piece, I have to fidget. There's no way for me not to. I'm gonna fidget. It's just something that I have to do. Have to, guys, have to. Yeah, that's better. I know that was a mundane detail. It was like a really, you know, nothing detail, but But anyway, I hope you guys liked hanging out with me while I did this. Hope you guys liked it.